Following a truck accident, Misato Kurihara is given the opportunity to start a new life in a parallel world. Unhappy with her high intelligence in her previous life, she asks to be reincarnated with average abilities. As Adele von Ascham, a noble, she assumes the name Mile and heads to Tis capital to live an average life. When she discovers that several children have gone missing, she sets out to find them and is joined by Mavis von Ascham, a knight, and Reina, a mage. Together with a merchant named Pauline, they locate the missing children and confront their captors, led by Arlie. When Mile's small size is ridiculed, she unknowingly uses her extremely potent magic, which is actually the average of all magical creatures in the world, to effortlessly defeat the kidnappers. The following day, she enrolls in Hunter's prep school and discovers that her roommates are Mavis, Reina, and Pauline. At the start of classes, Mile attempts to conceal her abilities and appear average, causing her roommates to become even more skeptical of her. Later on, the girls create a team and set out to hunt horned rabbits. To avoid standing out, Mile trains her companions to become more skilled. As they finish their task, they are unexpectedly attacked by rock golems, but they successfully defeat them using their new skills. 6 months later, the girls decide to establish an official party after they graduate. With the school in danger of being closed down, the principal requests that the girls engage in a mock battle during the graduation ceremony against B-rank hunters and win. On the day of the battle, Arlie, who is responsible for the closure, approaches Mile and proposes a deal. The closure will be lifted if Mile becomes hers in case her team loses, without any casualties. However, to their amazement, Mavis, Pauline, and Reina all emerge victorious in their fights, using the abilities they have acquired over the previous 6 months. In the final battle, Arlie takes on Mile but quickly surrenders after experiencing Mile's power firsthand. Following their graduation, Crimson Vow starts to take on hunter missions to make ends meet. They begin with a few missions that involve gathering items. Later, they agree to guard a caravan and form a friendship with an elderly merchant. After an awkward encounter involving their attire, the Crimson Vow demonstrate their competence by swiftly defeating a group of robbers who attack them, as well as their wizard accomplice and his more powerful rock golem. However, during the battle, Reina reveals an extreme and passionate hatred towards bandits. During a camping break one night, Mile, Reina, Mavis, and Pauline share their individual backstories. Reina, who is the daughter of a peddler, developed a strong animosity towards bandits after they killed both her father and the Crimson Lightning, an adventuring hunter group that had taken her in, revealing her magical abilities. Mavis ran away from her noble family after they forbade her from pursuing her dream of becoming a knight. Pauline, who comes from a wealthy merchant family, became a hunter to seek revenge for her father's murder, which was committed by his deceitful head clerk, who then took over the family business. Mile recounts her life as Adele von Ascham, describing how her mother was killed and how she was forced to flee her home by her new stepmother. She also narrates how she made her first friends at Eklund Academy before an incident involving her magical abilities attracted the king's attention, leading her to escape and adopt her new identity as Mile. Crimson Vow successfully escorts a group of merchants to their destination, where they meet the granddaughter of the old merchant. However, the merchants are attacked and killed by bandits during their next shipment. Reina, determined to avenge the merchants, runs off into the woods, followed by Mile, Mavis, and Pauline. The group discovers that the bandits are actually soldiers from the Albarn Empire, sent to disrupt trade revenues. They manage to defeat all the bandits and stop Reina from killing their leader. Fortunately, the old merchant survived the attack and is reunited with his granddaughter. Following their achievements on their recent journeys, Crimson Vow decides to take a break. Unsure of how to spend their time, Mile suggests they visit the beach and she creates new bathing suits for all of them. However, the revealing nature of the bathing suits creates a minor scandal due to being inappropriate for this world's fashion standards. While returning to their inn, Pauline suddenly separates from the group and vanishes after spotting a soldier lurking in an alley. Mile, Reina, and Mavis are searching for Pauline when they receive a letter from Mavis' family stating that Pauline is marrying Mavis's third eldest brother. However, the letter is a scheme by Pauline's father's former head clerk and his friend, Viscount Boardman, to create connections with a prestigious family and to ensure Pauline's compliance. They have taken her mother and younger brother as hostages. In order to thwart the plot, Mile, Reina, and Mavis invade the Beckett estate. Mavis' father, Count Ostian, orders a trial by combat, which Pauline wins easily. When Count Ostian insists that Mavis returns home, she refuses, and Mile challenges the Count to a trial by combat. After being defeated, the Count finally relents and approves of Mavis' choice of career. Crimson Vow is exhausted by the amount of work Lenny has assigned them at their inn to reduce their rent. Despite the difficulty of the task, they accept a wyvern hunting quest. They go to the village where the wyvern is located, and with Miles' help, they manage to take it down. However, they are interrupted by Bunaclift, a mage who has a history with the wyvern and wants to be reunited with it. As a result, the wyvern is spared, and Bunaclift pays generously for their efforts. The girls use the money to fulfill their long-standing desire of building a private bathhouse on the inn's property. During Lenny's 11th birthday celebration, Mile remembers her first birthday with friends at Eklund Academy, which makes Crimson Vow plan a surprise party for her. They secretly gather funds for the party without telling Mile, causing her to worry that they are leaving her behind. Eventually, the surprise party is successful, but Mile confesses to committing some small offenses against her teammates. In an attempt to show Mile that they can handle things without her assistance, Reina, Pauline, and Mavis take on a challenging quest to locate a missing investigation team that was looking into unusual fluctuations in the local monster population. Upon entering the forest, Crimson Vow finds out that a powerful creature has taken control of the area's beast people and settled in the forest's deepest part. They rescue most of the investigation team and then go after their leader, an elf scholar named Siu Lela, who is being held captive in a group of ruins being excavated by the beast people. However, they eventually discover that their adversary is an elder dragon, one of the world's most formidable creatures, and Mile is severely wounded in the process. Mile overcomes her self-doubt and gains newfound determination as she sees her friends fighting for their lives. With her increased magical power, she manages to easily defeat the Elder Dragon and its companions. The dragons reveal that they were searching for remnants of a past civilization that became stagnant and couldn't progress any further. Although they and Nano, a remnant of that lost civilization, refuse to reveal their motives, Miles suspects they may be searching for the lost weapons of that civilization to increase their power. Miles decides to go alone to uncover their plans and save the world, but is surprised to find that Reina, Pauline, and Mavis are eager to join her on this new quest.